Welcome everybody. How you guys all doing tonight? Right, I am. Been, it's just kind of that kind of a day right here, right? I just feel we're kind of like having that kind of a day. So I just kind of want to just jump in and just get everybody caught up, right? Um, I feel that, we did this little bit of a drop, and yesterday we talked about this. I just said, hey, listen, there's, no reason here to get uber bearish or uber bullish. A couple things that we are kind of ticking back up. We're trying to cross over bullish here on all of these Stokes. So the Stoke is trying to cross over for a lot of these different exchanges, right? They're all, really close. This USDT one right here. Binance, of course, being the least close of them all. It's definitely deeper. It's definitely not crossed over right here, right? So let me get this a little higher. I'll get there. There it is. It hasn't crossed over. Now this baby is deep, right? I mean, this is that sucker is like pretty damn deep down there, right? I mean, that's respectable, right? But it does have more room. It can keep going, right? There's just a little more. We've kind of seen this stagnate, right? Let's take a look at a couple of these candles real quick. I just kind of want to rip into a couple of these candles. Now, listen, you've popped off a couple very these to me are bullish, right? This is kind of at the end of a trend. This is a you kind of got right here on the 12-hour a falling wedge, right? Little bullish. You put in this inverted hammerish candle, bullish spinning top, good, reversal candle. You're 5 hours deep into this candle right here. We just have had absolutely no movement. The daily candle did turn out as this spinning top right here, right? As this doji style candle. So, I mean, I've seen, now on this daily, this is making this rising wedge, but at the same time, I wouldn't not discount this to come up, pop up a little bit here, get caught, and then just drop out one more time. I know a lot of people, are looking to go long, and this is not I wouldn't even look at this and say this is not a bad long scalp area, right? This might be a good little long scalp area, and let me show you, especially on this chart right here, right? I plopped that trend line up there. I mean, kind of made this new trend line, but I want to go back over it. This is the one I want to look at right here. So on this 12-hour, I mean, we kind of double bottomed on this. Excuse me, over here, kind of did this double bottom, had this big inverted hammer candle, spinning top candle. You kind of got a double touch. You got the 9. This plays out really well. The touch, the double touch, the touch again, almost double bottomish on the Binance chart, right? And the Binance chart, of course, is deep, right? We just looked at that. We just took a look at the Binance chart. So the Binance chart is deep. One of the best things about crypto right now, you can just throw up, where you think your targets are. And like I could say, hey, my target is 100. And all I got to do is just go over to this chart, right? 63.70 or whatever, 63.37. Over here, we're 62.66. So, it seems like we're not quite 100, got a 100-point spread on this. We don't quite have a 100-point spread on this. But the way this is looking, I mean, this is looking like this could, come back up. This does look like a rising wedge right here. And this is bearish on the daily. Let's see if this 2-day closed out. Look at that 2-day right there. Just absolutely in a wicked 3-day, just in a wicked, just running these dojis, right? Now we're trying to pin up a double doji on the bottom here. We've said the double doji, this had a double doji set up here on the top side with this daily, and that's kind of how this all fell out here. I was watching this setup back from this candle, Campbell, let's say that 3 times fast, this candle combo setup back here, right? We had this candle combo set up. You see, we just kind of look at and take a look at what your Stoke did over here on the daily, right? I mean, you got that run up, but you never really kind of really fell out. You just kind of gradually teetered off here, almost like an inverted cup and handle right there, right? Just kind of just did this dome dive, and now you've put a couple days in where you're just kind of lazily moving sideways here, trying to look for a bounce, right? And I posted on my Twitter, I said, hey, I'm looking for a bounce possibly here. This wouldn't be my best scenario. My best scenario that I'm looking for to happen right here is maybe just this, little bit of a pop up right here. And then I'm looking for, just to come down here and tickle my target. Then I want to see the bounce, right? This is where I want to see the play happen off of this trend line. I don't want to see, bouncing in this, making us force this apex of this triangle right here to make the decision for us. I want to see the decision made before we get too much deeper into the apex of this triangle. This is kind of what I'm looking for, right? I want to see this. I mean, I haven't thrown any fibs on it. I haven't done nothing. But this is kind of what I would be looking for. Come up here, touch the 7MA, possibly, and then fall out like that. I mean, this is. All right, let's give us some candle color here, some little arrow color. There we go. This would play out nice for me. You know what I'm saying? Now, my better scenario. And why I don't like that is because then we're going to come off the bottom here, right? We're going to come off the bottom, and then we're going to bounce up, and then we're going to have to bounce down, and it's just kind of dragging this out, right? I would prefer, and there is room to go here, right? Look at this daily. Look at how far you can go on the daily, right? You got a long way to go on this daily. I mean, I would prefer my first choice would be just to rack this out. Like, let's just do this. Let's get this over with, right? Let's just plummet right down here. Let's test this, right? This would be my first choice right here. Just come down, and then you're gonna get a nice bounce off there, right? And this is what I would like to see. And then you're gonna get this easy long call, right? You're gonna get that really easy. Just scale out of your shorts down here, and then look for this to break. So I'm just going to be looking as we come down into this area, this target box. I'll be scaling out of my shorts down here, and then looking for this bounce, right? Now, if this doesn't and this breaks right here, that's fine too. That's totally fine, right? All I'll do is just, reload some shorts for those lower targets. I'm not worried about it, but I am concerned of this trend line that we do have on all the exchanges. We have a very similar trend line on all of the exchanges. So I am looking for this to get tested. This is what I would like to see. There's nothing wrong with playing a long scalp here. There's nothing. This setup, I like this little setup right here. Right? Okay. And, let's go over here. I'm going to pull this out. 5K is a meme, yeah. Well, I don't know about that. I mean, I'm just, right, yeah. All right, so yeah, XRP's killing me too, man. Just killing me, absolutely murdering me. Seriously, Coinbase. I don't know. Maybe there's something they're worried about. Something. I do want to look really quick into my trading. Hold on a second. Give me a second. I'm going to go over here. Let me get, where is my, there it is. All right, give me 1 second here. Just want to dig into a couple of my candle combos. That's it. Sorry, I'm just digging into a couple of my candle combos. I want to see. See, this is Morningstar Doji-ish to me, right? I mean, this is Morningstar Doji-ish. Yeah, that's really what that setup looks like. Yeah, if this breaks, it just says this is so weak because, I mean, this completely looks like a Morningstar Doji. But this also looks like, see, look, so when I look at this, oh, come on, you piece of crap. Right, when I look at this, as this pattern plays out right here, I mean, this is kind of, you know, and I know this played out over a lot longer timeline here, right? I know this is playing over this longer timeline. Let me see the 3-day. Right, yeah. Weekly. Yeah, so let's scoot this all over, right? So you see what's, you know, this is your long green candle, your run up right there, right? Then you did the doji. Now this is just a single doji setup right here, right? Now this is a dual doji, a double doji, but it also works very bearish with that single doji candle that's spinning top. Then you get the fallout. Listen, we're on a 4 on the weekly. Fell out very bearish, but I'm going to go down to the 3-day here, right? And you see the 3-day. So you take a look at the 3-day, you know, and you came down, you're doing the same thing. Look, you know, you came down, you bounced, you're putting in these spinning tops, these dojis right down here at the bottom, looking for that bounce, you know, looking for that to roll back over. I don't think there's anything different. I see this is the same exact setup as this. Just a very bearish setup. Boom. You know, you had the rocket, came down, bounce up, came down again one more time to break for a lower low. And see the way this pattern works is this is almost like an ABC, but you know, this could be a 1, 2 going into your wave 3 too. You know, so the way that sets up. Now, you know, you've also got the, you know, you've also got this Morningstar Doji right here, right? That's pretty good setup on the. Let me get this off here. Come here. Right, right. Let's get this 2-day. In fact, I'll go up to daily. There it is, right there. So if you look at the daily, you know, you did put in this Morningstar Doji in the daily, right? And this is where you'd be looking for a green candle on this next day, right? When we're just starting this day out, right? We're starting the day out. We're pretty low right here. We're very low on this, you know, we're really low down here. You know, listen, see the bounce came off here. And I think this is a much stronger candle. Now, you know how I like the spinning top reversal candles, everyone. You had that beautiful spinning top reversal candle, but this looks very, very bullish to me. And if this thing gets blown out, if this thing does get just blown out and we do get a lower low right here, I will have more cause for concern to the downside in a faster manner. Right now, the way this looks like it's setting up, looks like it's setting up for a pop up, then a drop down. right? Just like this right here, right? This looks like a pop up, then a drop down. And sorry, I need to drop this. All right, so it definitely looks like a Morningstar Doji setup right there. 12 hour, just same thing, just, you know, even looks a little more bullish to me because you do have this, so you have this 12 hour high. So on the 12 hour, so the 12 hour, a little, so this is a little more bullish here with the falling wedge, right? The daily has a rising wedge. Okay, so we're gonna zip along right here. Actually, let me go back over here, pull that back. There we go. You know, just a long way to go. This chart's not helping me. We've got a lot of separation between the indicator and the MACD. We have broken lower, so we did put in a new low right there. That doesn't help me at all. The chalk and money flow, just nothing there. I don't see any money coming back into the market, so there's nothing here that says money's pouring back into the market. There's that one. And now this is interesting right here. So this chart, and what I'm going to do is, I don't know if I'm going to use this one. I might use my other one, right? I got another chart I'm going to bring up. But now you did get a double bottom right here. So this double bottom is very interesting, right? So RSI 12 hour. Right, so this is bullish, right? This is a bullish RSI. This is bullish RSI double bottom here. Right, breaking lower here for me would be uber bullish, right? And I'm talking like, I'm sorry, it's talking very bullish. Listen, you've come down into this line here, right? You've come down into the area down here where you got a lot of, you know, you get a lot of bounces that come out of here, right? So it's going to scoot this all over, right? You get a lot of purple bounces that pop out of here. And what I don't like is I just don't like that we haven't gone really deep over here. I want to go deep and get this damn thing over with, right? I want to go deep in here. And that's one thing that's bugging the living bejesus out of me. Is I want this thing to get down here. I want this to go deeper and then bounce, right? So this goes back to my whole philosophy on, you know, you go back over to this chart right here. Right, and get this, get this, you know, that's fine to bounce up and bounce down, or just break down and just get this damn thing over with, right? Just pull down here, break this line. So this white line right here isn't a bull or bear line. This is just a regular old, you know, this is the line that goes, that's just a standard old line, and we just can't touch these damn lines, right? So we need to break these damn lines. We're going to jump over to our next chart real quick, and it is a little bit of visualization of the RSI and kind of what's played out here. And listen, this is held once, twice, 3 times, 4 and 5. Now that is very significant for this to hold here, because this pattern just, wow, look at this, beautiful, right? Top side wedge held, bottom side wedge held. Gorgeous wedge pattern, right? That's playing out here. Now, if I would look at this, it's really difficult on RSI to draw a, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but I have done it in the past. I actually have counted the waves out in this, And that's one thing I haven't done lately. I haven't looked in here and tried to count out these waves, right? But look at how well this trend line worked out right here. Just this trend line, you know, trend line. All right, so you've had this trend line hold, right? A double tap right there that this thing held, right? That thing held 2 times. And like I said, breaking this would be like uber bearish, right? And this goes back to, you know, I want to break down lower in here, right? I want to get down in here and break lower in here. And look, you got to look at all these purple bounces that come off of here. There's a lot of purple bounces in here, right? Where, you know, you get these nice little bounces and you can bounce up and out of this, and or you can just bounce. It's called a relief bounce. So you'd pull a relief bounce and then you just dump a little bit further, right? So looking at this, I'm just trying to count an A, B, C in here. A, B, C. No, 1, 2. A, B, C, D, B. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. A, B. Nope. This would have to be my B right here. B. 1, 2, 3, 4. Extended wave 5 possibly. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A, B, C. Trying to count on an A, B, C waves, the waves in this to see if I can get a wave pattern in this. 3, 4, 5. No, doesn't just jump out at me. I can't just see a super easy like ABC or, you know, A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't see it there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's possible. Or an ABC, A, B, C wave up, right? And 1, 2. Yeah, it's just too hard to get a count out of this thing right here. You know, this trend line holding twice is bullish, right? That's what that is. That's very bullish, right? You landed in a purple area. This is the purple bubble area right there, right? Clone. Right, within the margin of error, and then bounced off there. Right, no reason you can't bounce off there. Absolutely no reason you cannot bounce off there. Yeah, all right. I'm just going to move on here. ADX chart. Here's my daily ADX chart. Now, I'm still looking for this. You know, nothing's changed. I'm still looking for an A, B. I'm looking for this B wave. Where's this B wave right here, right? I can't say A. This wasn't an A. That definitely wasn't a B, right? This just doesn't work out. Like, this is probably your A, right? That was probably your A right there, and you're looking to do, you know, this. You know, it's going to be way over here. It's just going to take a couple days because you're going to have to get that bounce. Right, you're just going to have to put in this bounce right here, and then, oh my God, we're going to have to listen to the bulls for like days. And everything is going to go to the moon, and the bottom is in, and oh my God, I don't know if I can handle it. I don't know if I can handle crypto Twitter. Bullish on an ABC count. I don't know if I can handle crypto Twitter and a bullish on an ABC count, right? So, but this definitely, doesn't. I mean, this is hard to make this as an A, B, C wave right here. I don't like this as an ABC. It's just a little too tiny. I mean, I would like to have, maybe this is where our bounces are. We're going to bounce right here, and then we're going to come up, and now this is Phoenix. Come up, give us a little tippy-tappy, right, and then drop down. Right, still looking for this, but now this does look like the bottom of A could be in. Right, this looks like the bottom of A could be in. Now our bearish ADX line is still really high. Right, it's still looking for that that bounce to tell me that this is going to dump. We've talked about all these double tops. We've talked about them over and over and over again. And we know this isn't a bottom, right? So we know that is not a bottom right there. Still. Okay. So this looks to me like the bottom of A could possibly be in, and we're trying to put in this B wave here, right? Like I said, it's tough to make that work. I don't like A, B, and then this is C. I just don't like that, right? I like this more. I like these more radical movements. I mean, this was ugly. This is harder to count an A, B, C in there. A, B, C, that's a lot tougher to count that A, B, C in there, but even here you get these big candles. I like that better. ADX chart not telling me nothing on the daily. So what do we got over here? Daily also. We're going to switch this over to 12 hour. 12 hour broken bearish. So now we do have a bearish break on the ADX chart on the 12 hour. Now a bearish break is when your blue bearish indicator is on the bottom side of the histogram indicator and the bullish indicator. And it's kind of like free air right here looking for a bottom. It's down here trying to look for that bottom call. That's what this is doing. It's just kind of free air right here. Now this can zigzag around a little bit. See, look, this is when you break out of this and you break bearish. Right, you just you kind of freewheeling it, and look here you broke bearish of all the indicators. Right here you're below everything, and as soon as you kind of get below everything, that's when that dive, that's when you're looking for those couple, that zigzag pattern that's up in there. And look, all of this, see all of this right here, all this was with the blue indicator on the bottom side. So I'm looking this. You definitely got a bearish. You're bearish right here. So I'm gonna scoot this down here. It's gonna be hard to cross over that puppy now, right? It's gonna be really hard to cross over this puppy, and I would be looking for something a little more like this. I don't know about this crossing this now. It's going to be a little harder to cross this here. Right, so maybe we get something like this. It stays below here. I don't even know if we're going to bounce up that high. Bouncing up that high and crossing these two, this bullish indicator right here, the orange one with the bearish indicator, would give us, this would be a substantial little... that would get us up there. I'm going to lower this down a little bit, though, unfortunately. Okay. So kind of plop us, and then that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for this E wave. I'm looking for this easy play E wave right here. Right, so I just put all that in the members area. Okay. Ooh. Hey. Hey, look at this. Right? This is what, remember, this is our chart yesterday. We're looking for support right here. Right? This is great. Right? This is great. All right, good, good, good. All right, so this is a really, really important right here. This is great. All right, so this is great right here, right? Remember we were looking at this yesterday, right? Where there it is, right? Look at that. See, we were much higher yesterday. We've come down a long way, and nothing has really moved, right? So we didn't really move yesterday. All right, we just kind of had a whole day of just kind of sitting there spinning, and nothing happened, right? With that little, we had a little green blip right there. Now we have a little red blip. Then we've started the second, another day with, it's got a little greenish blip right there. But look, we've come down and we've tested this support right here, and this is really good. Okay, this is good and this is bad, right? So I would like to break this and come down and find this bottom support. And then this would give me my trend line right here. I want to touch this trend line right here. Now, the good thing is, look, we're on this support. And look at this here. You've got, right, I'll show you here. So you got 1, right, 2, 3, right? We're going to do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, right? That's, this is good stuff right here, right? This kind of corresponds with this support level that we're seeing. We see the same thing on our RSI, right? So this corresponds with this support level. Now, you're a little bit higher on this, where is this candle right here? Is that candle? Is that right there? I don't think so. I think it's this higher up candle up here. It actually looks to be the higher candle up here. Yeah, it does. It looks like this is a little bit higher. It doesn't look like it's that candle. It looks like it's that candle right there. Right? But we're going to go like this. I'm going to drop a horizontal ray right there, right? Look at that. So this is nice, right? So this bottom right here, right, corresponds with this bottom right here. So the price lined up. Yeah, kinda is higher, slower. So I would like to see this, and I'm going to take this, I'm going to drop this right here. Right? Excuse me. There we go. And I'm going to do this. I want to make one more little box. Okay, so trend line bounce. I like it. I do like it. I would like to break this, right? This is what I would like to do. And it doesn't even have to move, right? The price doesn't have to move. It can just stay sideways. It'll break this to the downside, and then that'll give us our bullish bounce up. from the bottom. Right now, just because it bounces off the bottom like here, you get the bounce at the bottom, it doesn't mean that this is not a bearish continuation pattern. You see, as this WMI moved up, this weighted moving average actually went north, it climbed, that the price did break south. So just because this bounces and goes up and bounces higher, higher high, right? Higher low, higher lower high, higher low, right? All this ended up in this apex of this very bearish movement right there. Okay. So let's, I'm going to be really watching this candle as this thing plays out right here. Oh, sorry. And all right. Excuse me. Nothing historical, not a damn thing. Nothing. Longs to shorts. Shorts dropping. Longs picked it up a little bit. It's just so damn deep. Okay. We're just so deep down here. All right, when I look at this chart, so the first thing I do when I look at this chart, I see a couple things. Right? I see a double top, right, which is bearish. You know, so I see a bearish double top. Right, so I see that bearish double top right there. Now we're back down to the same level of support. You know, the issue is if we just move sideways, are we going to do some of these little rabbit bounces, right? How many of these little rabbit bounces can we put in, you know, before we have a little bit bullish run? Because look, this has just been straight down. This has just been channeling down, right? This has been channeling straight down right here. You know, on a double top, what would the double top target be? So if this were my top here, and this were my second top here, what would my double target be if these were both the tops? Pretty sure it's at least a 1-to-1. Yeah, I don't like that. I'm gonna have to look a little more into this right here. Okay, bearish, bearish, bearish on the monthly. If this breaks support, this shit is over. You're just going to be looking for a deep run. Bearish on the MACD and bullish on the Stoke. Listen, bleeding 9, like I said, looking for a bounce, even though it's completely different on the other exchanges. It doesn't help us because all the other exchanges are basically just blasted out. We're going to take a look over here. So Raven, you know, I showed this yesterday. My stop loss came down, right? I showed this. I said, hey, where's my, you know, oh, geez, got to go way up here. Where's my Raven? Before that. My Raven. So there's my Raven yesterday. So this is Raven yesterday. I said danger breaking this, right? And I did have my stop loss set at 600 sats. It didn't snap my stop loss. I'm still in the trade, but this does not look. This is not giving me very bearish. This double top is pretty ugly. If this is a double top, I mean, I could look at this thing retracing all the way back down here to 400 sats if that's a double top. Okay. Doggy coin, nothing. XRP just killing me. I have not been stomped out of this trade. My support is still holding. Once Coinbase does, if Coinbase ever does, this would be my target. Who knows, I might get stomped out of the trade. I did do VET yesterday for someone. Someone asked for VET. This actually played out very well. All right, this actually played out very well. VT. Okay. TRX, not good. Still holding, right? TRX is still holding. Barely. Oh my God, TRX barely holding the 350 line. Right, so I am looking for me personally for this to just break. I want to see this break out of this box right here, okay? This is, you know, I want to see this just break and snap. ETH, I still have lower targets for ETH. You know, I know a bunch of guys in our group are all looking at an ETH long here. If anything, I just see it coming back up, testing this trend line. Is it possible to break this out again? Yeah, sure it is. You know, and if I was looking for a breakout, I would definitely be looking for something just like this. So this would be my bullish scenario to come back up into this here, you know, or into this and then get rejected down. All right, and this can even just come straight up into here. All right, something like this. Okay, there's my top side. You know, my super heavy resistance. But you know, this is all. Look at all these candles. Just very, actually bullish, right? They're very bullish. Okay. Litecoin, same thing. Just insane bleeding. ZRX holding. Killing me, Sia coin. Just killing me. No love on Sia. So all the drama that's going on with Sia coin, that's between the miners and Bitmain. Oh. all the drama with Bitmain and CF miners. Man, they just need to all get a big hugging powwow. Nice little push up by nice bounce off, hit the target, bounced off for me. Dow Jones, nice bounce, nice little rally by Dow Jones today. I think that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, I don't, there's nothing, you know, other than, oh, where'd that tether go? Look at tether. Whew. All the way back up to $1. Right up there. You know, I don't see, this is it. You know, I mean, I just see, you know, we need, you know, this is deep. I mean, we can get a bounce out of here. This is this daily. I mean, looks like that daily we posted yesterday. Looks like we're just expecting a little bit of bounce out of here. I haven't really changed my targets. You know, I mean, this can even go a little bit higher. Maybe come up here and tack that. You know, I do something like this right here. All right, there you go. You know, but this does look like this is, if this breaks south, it's going to be super uber bearish. You know what, man? I think we're just screwed forever. I mean, our TD counts are thrown off. They're going to be thrown off forever. They're always going to be just done. I mean, our TD counts are different. At least they were the same before. I don't think they'll ever align themselves. I think what's going to happen is there's just going to have to be a consensus of, you know, either all these exchanges are just going to have to get together and just be like, all right, you know, this is what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to do this, or somebody's just got to pick a team and say, all right, we're just only going to use the USD charts from now on, and that's it, because that's kind of the true value of it. But what an absolute nightmare. You know, it's just an absolute nightmare. Demir says, Vamp, do you have much inside info on how much OTC volume has been? I actually just see a volume fleeing, right? This right here, this is your chocolate money flow, and this is money leaving the space, right? So as much money as you think is coming back into the space, this clearly is setting a 100% different picture. And there's no way you could look at this chart, this massive money flow exodus out of the space, and think this is anything else. And there was a great article today that, you know, something I've talked about over and over and over again. And let me see if I can scroll down here and bring this up. Right, let me find it. Here it is, right? Like this. Coinbase predicts $1.3 billion in revenue. Revenue. Right? That's revenue. That's how much money they made. Right? That's insane. That's revenue. Right? Where do you think this money came from? Where do you think this money comes from? Right? This comes from us. Right? We're getting hosed by, look, we're getting hosed for $1.3 billion. So you want to know where the money's going? The money's going right into the pockets of all the exchanges, right? This big giant green downtrend right here is the money flowing beautifully. God bless them. Hey, God, you know, hey, listen, I'm a businessman. They're making money, and we're giving it to them, and anybody's giving it to them. God bless them, right? Hey, God bless them. They're doing what they're doing. They're being a business. Their business is to make money. I'm doing the same thing. I'm in the business to make money with my businesses, and I feel it's the same thing, and I respect the hell out of them for doing it. Right? I don't hold anything in there, dude. 1.3 billion. Just think about how much money that is out of the crypto economy. And for 2 seconds, 2 seconds. There's how many people watching, right? How many people? Not that many. We got to just very whole lot. Oh, cough. 2 seconds. We're gonna have a quick poll. How many people think that Coinbase is buying Bitcoin? How many people? How many people here think that Coinbase is buying crypto? Come on, spit it out. Right? Yes, no, maybe. How many? How many people here think that Coinbase or Tether, I mean, not Tether, but Coinbase or Phoenix or, a lot of these guys are taking their money right now and they're buying Bitcoin? Fuck no. Hell no. They're selling. That's exactly what they're doing. They're selling. Yeah, they're having an IPO. What the hell you need an IPO? You're making $1 billion. What the hell you need an IPO? You're making $1 billion. Yeah, no. They're not buying Bitcoin, guys. They're not buying. Does this chart look like there's $1 billion of Bitcoin going back into the market? It's all right. They're hoarding fiat. They're not stupid. They're pulling their money out as fast as they can in wheelbarrows. That'd be, they got dump trucks. That screw a wheelbarrow. You can't fit 1.3 billion in a wheelbarrow. They got dump trucks. These dump trucks are just, loading up that money, hauling it off. It's all in fiat, man. You got some happy investors, some super happy investors. I mean, can you imagine owning a fraction of that company? Jesus Lord, I'd be high-fiving myself right out to my own damn island. Right? In fiat, not in Bitcoin. Right? Yeah, they're just going to keep, they're just, dude, can you imagine next year? Right? I bet you bottom dollar next year, they make half. I bet they make half as much next year. I do. I bet they make half as much. Right? I bet they don't make as much on the exchange, right? Now they got a bunch of other things they're doing, right? But on their exchange, I truly think that they're going to make half as much. There's a lot of competition coming in the market that's going to be competing with them. So I think a lot of the competition is going to go in there. I haven't done WTC. Let me see if I even have that chart. If I don't have the chart, I'm not going to do it. Let's see. I don't even have that chart. I'll do this and then I'm done. So I need a new chart. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's right, dude. Cotter, that is awesome. Yeah. What is it? What's that? WTC BTC. Oh, Walton Chain. Yeah, I know this one. Sitting at support. It's not bad. I mean, I wouldn't. This did a pretty good job. I like the bell curve it's kind of putting in. You kind of got this. You got this bell. This is nice. Man, excuse me, guys. I apologize. I just think it's going to do the same thing right here. I mean, I really think it's just going to do bonk, right? Bonk. And then, look for support. Second time down there. and then possibly get another bounce out of there. All right, I like this though. I like this cup, right? But it's done this pattern before. I mean, it's just very blatant. And look at. I mean, it's just like, here's a bigger cup. It's a big cup. This thing loves to do cups. Jeez Lord. This thing's like the cup coin, right? Cup. This is like that new cup coin. I've never seen a coin make so many cups, right? Look at these perfect cups. Does a good job making cups. Right, Walton chain, the coin of cups. It just looks like it's getting weaker. I'm not sure what Walton does. Anybody know? Anybody know what Walton does? I don't know what Walton does. But yeah, I am still 70-30, 70-30 bearish to bullish. You know, even a bounce out of here does nothing. Doesn't change me at all. In fact, you know, listen, it's very simple. You just go back. Here's the chart. This is it. This is all you need, right? You know, this is all you need. Just this is it. This is your whole chart. Break out of this, we're bullish. Break out of this, we're bearish. Everything in here is trash. Every trading in here is just trash. Go take a break, take a vacation, go watch a movie, go find some good mini series on TV to watch. Study, learn to trade. You know, that's one thing that I just, you know, I'm trying to do myself is I'm trying to, so we just added a bunch of things, right? So I added a world economy thing. I'm going to do that in there. I added a training ground. So these are all training videos that I've added here. So these are all, you know, I've got, I want to have 15 training videos inside the channel. So I got 5 now. I want to have 15 total in here. That just show everybody just exactly how to trade. And that's one of the things, guys, listen, all I got to say is to everybody, and there's not that many people, it's late, but listen, the only good trader is a trader who can trade for themselves. Don't be donkeys. Don't follow other people. You know, I want you guys to learn how to trade just like me. I want to show you guys exactly what I'm doing, exactly how to set up my same charts, exactly how to do everything I'm doing so that you guys can do it too, okay? That's what makes you guys, you know, that's what makes all of us great traders. There's so many people now on the channel that are doing really good, and they're actually, it's great, man. I mean, people are like, hey, Vamp, you missed this. And I'm like, oh, and I go find it, and I'm like, yeah. All right, so that's it, man. Listen, for me, the Vamp, and all of us at Until 1 Mil, I really appreciate you guys being here. I'm going to dump this video down for everybody. But yeah, that's it. I'm going to get some rest tonight. I am going to World CryptoCon. I'm leaving on Thursday. I'll be speaking. I'm doing 2 speaking engagements. So I will be there doing 2 separate speaking engagements. One, just kind of going over my charts, showing people how I trade. And then the second one, just the second one's pretty easy. I will be on a one of the influencers panels, so I'm looking forward to that. I have no idea. I'm going to be older than everybody by like 50 years. I'm not going to be surprised if a couple of people ask me to buy beer for them. Okay, so thank you guys all so much. I will be definitely broadcasting from Vegas. I'll be doing a show from the Crypto World Conference. And I am out.